Story. Night party in the toilet. She is Ocean, a housekeeper for a very rich boss in his 50s. At night, after finishing her work, she hurried home to her 5-year-old son who had been waiting all day in the shabby house. That day, the owner had a big party, inviting many friends and guests to attend the night party. The owner said, "Today there is a lot of work. Can you come home later?" "Yes, but the son is too young. Staying home alone at night for a long time will be scared." The owner kindly said, "Then please bring your son along." She brought her son along. On the way, she told him, "Mom will take you to the night party." The boy was very excited. He didn't know what it was like for his mother to be Ocean. Besides, she didn't want his young mind to understand the difference between rich and poor too soon. She secretly bought 2 sausages. More and more guests came. Everyone was polite. The house was large and magnificent. Many people visited, walked around, and chatted. She was so busy that she could not keep an eye on her slovenly son. She was afraid that his image would ruin everyone's celebration. Finally, she found a way. She took him to sit in the master's bathroom, which seemed to be a quiet place and no one would use during tonight's party. Putting 2 pieces of sausage she had just bought on a porcelain plate. She tried to sound cheerful and said to her son, "This is your room. Let the party begin." She told him to sit there and wait for her to pick him up. The boy looked at his room, which was so clean, fragrant, and beautiful that he had never seen before. He was extremely excited, sat down on the floor, started eating the sausage placed on the mirrored stone table, and hummed, happy for himself. The party began. The hostess remembered her son, saw her in the kitchen and asked. She answered hesitantly, "I don't know where it ran off to." The boss looked at the maid as if he was hiding something. He quietly went to look for her. Passing the bathroom, he heard the sound of children singing. He opened the door, stunned. "What are you hiding here for? Do you know where this is?" The boy excitedly said, "This is the room the boss reserved for me to attend the party tonight. My mother told me so. But I want someone to sit here and eat with me." The boss felt his nose sting. He tried to hold back his tears. He understood everything. He gently sat down and said warmly, "Please wait for me." Then he returned to the banquet table and told everyone to enjoy themselves. He would be busy entertaining another special person tonight. He left some food on a large plate and brought it down to the bathroom. He knocked politely on the door. The boy opened the door. He walked in. "Let's have a party in this wonderful room." The boy was very happy. The 2 of them sat on the floor, eating deliciously and chatting, and even humming songs together. Everyone knew there were always guests knocking on the bathroom door, greeting the 2 of them politely and wishing them a good meal. And many people even sat on the floor and sang happy children's songs. Everything was so sincere and warm. Many years passed. The boy became very successful, became rich, and rose to the upper class of society. But he never forgot to help the poor and hardworking people. An important thing was formed in his personality. How the landlord in the past was extremely kind and careful to protect the feelings. Story. The Green Parrot. Lu Si Jing, the only son of a poor widow living in a remote, sparsely populated countryside. He was determined to go to the city to seek advancement in order to live a good life and help his old mother in his hometown. Work and worries never ceased. His heart was filled with longing. But he could not return to visit his mother, even though he regularly sent money back to her every month. But one day in a letter his mother sent, "My son, have you forgotten me?" He read the letter and tears streamed down his face. Then he temporarily arranged everything to return to his hometown to visit his mother. His heart was filled with joy. Mother and son met again after a long time, both happy and sad. Touching her son's shoulder, the mother was moved to tears. "My son, I miss you so much." He hugged his mother who seemed to have withered over the years and his tears blurred. "Mom, I miss you so much. This time I came back and brought you the expensive blue parrot. I have raised it for a long time. When I am away, it will stay home to keep you company so you won't be lonely and you will see me by your side every day." Mom heard and said, "You are wasting money. It is not reasonable. I just want to see you every day." He said, "Mom, be patient. When I have saved enough money, I will take you with me." After a few days at home, Lu Jing said goodbye to his mother and went back to the city. Working hard again, the old mother stayed at home alone. The blue parrot was by her side, occasionally calling out, "Mom, it is Lu Jing. I miss you so much. Mom, you have worked so hard. Take a break. Mom, please be well." She felt much happier and warmer. She loved the blue parrot very much. Bathing it, taking care of it, talking to it every day like she was her own son. One year, she became seriously ill, and after a short time passed away. The neighbors had held a funeral for her and tried to inform him. Disappointed and heartbroken, Lu Jing dropped all his work and immediately took a train or bus back home. The house was empty, still smelling of incense. His mother's ashes were placed on the table in the middle. He sobbed in pity for his mother and deeply regretted not being able to return to take care of her and take her to her final resting place. Exhausted and broken, he hugged his mother's photo to his chest and fell asleep without knowing it. He dreamed of his mother sitting next to him sewing, smiling, fanning him to sleep, her voice faintly whispering in his ear, "My child, I miss you so much." He was so happy that he wanted to rush to hug her. When he woke up, there was no one around. But the voice, "My child, are you okay? I miss you so much," still seemed very close by. He walked lightly to the balcony next to the garden. The voice came from there, under the last rays of sunset shining through the leaves. He recognized the green parrot perched on a tree branch. He lifted it up in his arms. And it sang again, "My child, are you well? I miss you so much." The parrot was so thin and tattered. Lu Jing hugged the parrot to his chest and sobbed, "Mom, I miss you so much." Oh, before his mother passed away, she opened the cage and released the green parrot. But it had lived with her for so many days, as if it understood her feelings and did not fly away, but remained in this poor, empty house as if waiting for Lu Jing to return and convey her love to him. Story: The Last Bowl of Noodles. The Japanese have a custom of going to a favorite noodle shop on New Year's Eve. Before New Year's Eve, with their family, each person eating a bowl of traditional noodles to review the past and learn from the present. At 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve, Mr. and Mrs. Bak Hai Din's noodle shop was full of customers. They were preparing to close, preparing for their family's New Year's Eve celebration. The wind chime in front of the door rang. He opened the door. A middle-aged woman with two boys about 10 and 7 years old. They looked very tired, hesitantly asked permission to enter. After arranging for them to sit at the table, the owner waited. The woman was confused. "Can you give us 3 a bowl of noodles?" A little surprised, but he said yes, and turned back to tell her to make a bigger bowl than usual and bring it to them. The 3 of them put their heads together to eat, exclaiming how delicious it was. The child who was eating raised his head to look at his mother and asked, "Mom, will we be able to eat like this next year?" The mother gently said, "We will try our best to be like that." After eating, they politely thanked and left. The restaurant owner looked after them with concern. A year passed very quickly. It was after 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve next year. The restaurant owner seemed to have forgotten. And it was like last year. The 3 of them hurriedly walked in as if to escape the biting cold outside. They looked more haggard, and the mother asked to be served a bowl of noodles. The restaurant owner was enthusiastic, then went inside and told her to make 3 bowls of noodles. She kindly said, "Sir, please make 1 bowl as they wanted, but I will make it enough to fill and warm the hearts of 3 people." They sat at the same simple table as last year, ate very well, happily telling each other what they should try harder to do in the new year. Then, the mother stood up to thank them, wanting to pay more for that bowl of noodles. But the grandparents kindly refused. "Having you 3 here. And if our restaurant is a place where you 3 can be more excited about the things you need to strive for, is already a precious thing." Another year, the grandparents had put up a sign saying, "Reserve a table," on that table in the restaurant. For them, but after 9 p.m., they still hadn't returned. The grandparents felt sad and empty, quietly telling each other to close the shop to prepare for New Year's Eve. It was like that for many years after that. It became a tradition. All the customers knew the story and were moved. No one sat at that table on New Year's Eve, and everyone had the intention of sipping a bowl of noodles while waiting for the return of the 3 mothers and children. And then another new year. It was past 9 p.m. The restaurant owners were about to say their year-end thanks to everyone still in the restaurant when the bell rang. He opened the door. Everyone looked out. 3 people. A graceful woman and 2 handsome, healthy young men walked in. As if they knew each other. They walked to the other table. The owner humbly reminded, "Sir, this seat has been reserved for someone else." They asked to sit at the table next to them. The owner politely waited for them to call. The woman looked up. "Please give us 3 a bowl of noodles." "Oh my God." Everyone turned to them. "Are you the old mom and dad? We have been waiting for you for so long." "Yes, it is us. Our husband and father died in an accident a long time ago, leaving behind a huge debt. We have been extremely poor, so for many years we have not been able to eat New Year's Eve noodles. Now everything is very good. So we come back here to eat a bowl of noodles like in the past. To enjoy the kindness of our grandparents. Thanks to which we have felt more warm-hearted to try to overcome." Everyone was filled with emotion. Stood up, walked around and respectfully thanked each other.
If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss an update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.